When does the text itself, the original text, dates from the 16th century, and there are all kinds of unusual stories associated with it. For instance, the texts are in the form of, and they're in the British, let's see, I think the Bodleian Library in the UK. But if you take a look at the original manuscripts, they were like fascicles. They're like little pamphlets, and they were put together, kept in a kind of library of texts. And many of these disappeared because after Dee's death, they were found inside of a secret drawer in a kind of wardrobe. And the person who found these texts, his, what was it, serving maid, used many of the pages for her pies.
Yeah,
when she made pies, she took these pages of thick, nice paper, you know, vellum pages, and wrapped the pies in them. So we don't know how many of the original pages are missing from this wonderful collection of spiritual communications, but probably quite a few.
Wow.
Eventually they were given to, what was the gentleman's name? John Aubrey, I think, who collected things about eminent Elizabethans. And Dee certainly was that, although he died penniless, they say. And Kelly himself died in a bad way in Prague, trying to escape from a castle window. Fell to his death, they say. But anyway, yeah. So that's some of the background information.
So how did you first encounter this book?
Let's see. I first encountered a section of these pages in a book called The Portable Elizabethan Reader. And I'm not sure what publisher it was. It was a thick book, an anthology of Elizabethan writing. And the editor of the volume included a small selection from A True and Faithful Relation. And that's where I first saw it. And then much later, I purchased in Milwaukee, I purchased a limited edition of this same book for about $90. It was done by a press in Wales. And that book I eventually gave to Alan Halsey, who was using it to create his own series of visual poems and texts from. So yes, this is a kind of collaboration. I mean, we're both working from the same original text to produce poems, but we're somewhat different in our approach. I'm attempting to use the crystal to replicate some of these strange things. Alan is doing a wonderful job of creating a kind of opera, and much in the same manner as Thomas Lovell Meadows. He particularly loves. A love, actually, we both share.
Huh. So will that collaboration be released at some point?
I would like to think so.
So this is just an excerpt of what you've done? Or?
This is an excerpt of what I've done. The complete manuscript is about, I'd say, about 100 pages, and growing. And growing.
Oh, so you're continuing to do this?
Oh, absolutely. Can't you tell by my intensity?
So how often do you do your
as often as I
routine
can,
with the crystals?
As often as I can.
Oh, really?
Anytime I'm alone, you'll see me doing that. And studying Japanese. No, actually, I've been working on some other projects lately. So, other poems, other worlds to conquer.